Hey, Facebook, how are you? Pete Olsen, living the laptop lifestyle up here in beautiful Kalispell, Montana at Jackpot Ranch. And great to have you here on a Monday. Have a great topic for you today is how to survive upline guilt, right? What is upline guilt, right? What does that refer to? That's really, guys, that's for all you home-based business owners. Hey, Dave, all you network marketers that have teams all over the globe, right? Or just teams locally, or whatever the case may be. And it truly refers to managing your downline, right? Micromanaging your downline, mother henning your downline. One of the worst mistakes, and I teach my students across the globe this, one of the worst mistakes that you can do in network marketing is managing your downline, right? Having upline guilt. And when you mother hen your downline, what happens? It's preventing them from growing, right? From being independent. It's preventing your downline from enhancing their skills, from growing out to where they are to where they should be. So it really goes back to that expression, give a man a fish, you feed him for the day, teach him how to fish, right? You feed him for a lifetime. Feed him for a lifetime. And that's such a big difference because there are so many upline leaders in network marketing that do everything for their downline. They message them and want to know about, how do I do this in the back office? They do it for them. They ask them a question about this, they do it for them. They want to know, hey, what's the comp plan question on this? They do it for them. Right? Instead of pointing them to tools for them to get the answer. Instead of saying, hey, that's a question for admin. That's where you go for those types of things. Go over there, right? Hey, Randy. When they come to you, and this is a huge problem. I've seen it, guys, and I've really grown throughout the years and really learned how to handle it. So many people come at me with scripts. What do I say to this person when they say this? And my question now is, what would you say? What would you do? I kind of put it back in their lap, right? Because you're not helping them by being the answer to everything for them. They are an independent distributor, right? They got to start learning to think for themselves. Because if you do things for them all the time, the same things over and over and over, right? You're not teaching independence. You're not duplicating, right? You're not teaching an independent representative how to be independent, right? That's very important. It also gives them a sense of entitlement, doesn't it? Right? It gives them a sense of entitlement that, oh, he'll answer it for me. What do I do here? How do I do this? What would you say here? Etc., etc. We want them to grow, not to be a baby bear and be taken care of forever, right? Eventually they crawl and then they got to walk, right? And then they start running if they want to run. The second thing that's so bad about upline guilt, doing all those things for your downline, is that they see what you're doing for the team, for your global downline, and they're thinking, man, I'm glad he's helped me out, or I'm glad she's helped me out, but I won't be able to do that, or I don't want to do that. And guys, it absolutely eats up your entire day. It eats up the entire day when you start having a downline coming to you for admin reasons. What would you say to this person? How would you do this? So on and so forth. So I start teaching them things I want them to think on their own. How would you handle that, Bob? Where do you think is the best place to find the answer to your question? And make them go look and find it. Make them think and see how they'd answer the prospecting question. My sole purpose is to teach them on how to prospect, market, follow up, and close. Let me repeat that to you. My sole purpose for my downline is to teach them how to prospect, right? Everyone should be prospecting every single day, proactively going out. Market themselves, build their brand, right? What else? Follow up on those prospects. Yeah, that's true, Randy. A lot of them, it's too much work. That's exactly right. And then ultimately close. It's going to be for those that want it, right? It's going to be for those that want it. That's the bottom line. It's the truth with anything. You can bring that horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But it's not my job. Just like Mark Yarnell said in the first year of network marketing. I remember reading that so far back, and my mentor Larry Thompson taught me it's not my job to hold their hands 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Right? My job is to grow them. Hey, Dean, my job is to help them enhance their skills, right? Make them think, etc., etc. So when you bring someone on, the transaction is not the end of the teaching. That's the beginning. When someone joins your business, that's when it all starts. But that doesn't mean you don't teach them by answering all the questions for them, do you? Right? You teach them by making them think, pointing them in the right direction, letting them know that admin answers those types of questions. Where would you find your PDF or your comp plan? How would you answer that script, etc., etc.? You, as the upline, have to keep showing up the way you wish they would show up. What does that mean? Keep recruiting. Income producing activities. Keep showing up at the events. That's critical, right? Point to the system that anyone, regardless of anything that's going on, can point to, right? Three-way calls. That's another thing that, I try to teach my people to get away from. They don't need me every single time. I'd rather have someone develop themselves and answer those questions than have someone like me three-way call for every time they have a prospect on the phone. That's not going to develop them. And a lot of people think, well, down the line when they hit this certain rank, they will develop. They never do, because you didn't teach them early to learn how to answer those questions, right? But it's very important. Hey, Sarge, it's very important to point them to systems. Point them to systems that makes it duplicatable, right? That anyone can do, right? You're only as strong as your weakest link. So you have to set up the systems and make it so simple that anyone can do it, okay? And you remember, you're not the answer to all their customer service questions. Shipping, oh, my check was shorted. You have to say, hey, I don't answer those questions. You contact such and such back in the home office. They are independent distributors. Okay? They are independent distributors. Teach them to think independently, right? Doesn't mean that you're not there for them. It just means that you're being the leader, teaching them to think so they can duplicate what you do and grow an enormous global downline and operation in all the countries that you're in. Okay? Guys, I hope that helps. If you guys are looking for extra ways of how I can enhance your upline, not management, but your upline strategies, if you will, just put strategies in the comment box, and I'd love to reach out to you and help you out in that way. And I'll give you 5 extra tips on how to do that. All right? Have a great day. Great seeing all of you guys. Happy Monday. Have an amazing week, and be elite. Right, Sarge? Have a good one.